Greetings, gentry of the void. It is I, CrimsonSlave, making a new update for you guys. One of the things, like a lot of things that I do, like as a whole, I enjoy getting through things. I enjoy getting through one take of certain things because it means that if I say something that I'm supposed to, I can't backtrack what I go through, and it lives in that take. I can't overthink about it, and it comes out, and it comes out. One of the things that I will admit, I will admit to this really closely. I used to hate doing multiple takes. It's not because I'm not professional, but sometimes it's bad to know that you go through something or you admit to something and you go through a whole lot of things, you get all your thoughts down, and it just kind of disappears because something happens. It may have been one of the most frustrating things that I had when I was making videos back in Delaware, because I would go through a whole thing, say everything I needed to say, and then I would get through, write it all, get it all done, record it, stop recording, and the video didn't exist. This was one of the moments. I made a 22-minute video going through a bunch of stuff that I have to go through again, and it's just gone. And one of the things about it that I do not know is how it happened, why it happened, or is it the way that I tried to do it the problem? So to give a brief explanation, I am recording this from my Mac with my cell phone, and that is how I'm recording this video in better quality than I would be able to with a computer, because the computer camera is, I think, maybe a little worse or around the same as a front-facing camera, and I don't like that quality, and I feel that the quality on the back camera of my phone and the back camera on my iPad is probably a lot better than that quality without having a camera or something dedicated to make this work. So I truly need to figure out how I'm going to make this work. So I need to explain my week. My week had highs and lows, but I generally think that for the sake of time, and I hope that the problem is time of why my video happened to corrupt. Well, I don't know that 100% yet. I got to research into it. I want to talk about a bad thing, two bad things, what I've been doing since I got it, what I plan to do, what I want to improve on, and my ending. So let's talk about the bad thing first, shall we? One of the bad things that happened this week was interesting, was that I think for a day, maybe like a couple hours, I thought for a little bit I had the beginnings of a new friendship with someone online. Now, I have not done that in years. So the fact that, like, I talked to someone talked to me, I talked to them, and I started understanding about their life. So I talked to me about I asked them a bunch of questions. I just had like a lot of fun stuff happen in a very short period of time. I was like, this is cool. This could build something. And I was really happy to try and obtain a friend through said means, seeing how I feel that all the people that I've interacted with, I've possibly ignored, don't follow up with, or I feel that I've gotten a weird type of social anxiety that I am limiting myself from trying to interact with people, and it's leading, in my opinion, to me not being able to make meaningful relationships. So having this random thing happen, having this friend for a couple hours and talking about cool things, was an interesting problem, because They have a lot of stuff going on in their life, and the most interesting thing about that is I 100% understand why they did what they did. They had a new boyfriend, and they want to keep the relationship as live with the best chances that they have possible. So I understand completely that talking to another random guy on the internet probably not the way that you want to live your life. There's that. Now, I don't have a real opinion on that because in the end, I understand it and it's justified. The other bad thing that happened this week was I played the Callisto Protocol. Now, I will say this. As someone who has played almost all Resident Evil games, as someone who has played and beaten almost every Silent Hill except for 2 games, because I haven't beaten Downpour, I can honestly say I have never in the 26 years that I've been playing video games, never can I say that I have lost interest or stopped having fun. But the Callisto Protocol brought something special out of me that I've never experienced in any game. As someone who's played a lot of games and like going into the game, I knew nothing about it. I remember like it being divisive at best, having weird scores, and YouTubers that played it not liking it, and very few people actually completing it. That's all I knew. So I went into it understanding it. I watched a preview for it because it was in Game Pass, and got the understanding that the Callisto Protocol is a Dead Space-like game. And I played it. Completely unaware, completely going into it, wanting to know how it was going to be. And I ran into a personal problem that was strange to me, that brought down my overall enjoyment, because I couldn't sell things, because in a game like it doesn't matter, like the horror based game, one of the things that you do in games like that is that you have limited inventory management, whether it be a Resident Evil where you have to choose between health and med, picking up stuff, knowing what key items are going to be important later. If that one item that you pick up in Final Fantasy is going to write down it's going to be in your inventory if you're going to need it later. Whether it's encumbrance and you pick up too many things and you don't do with it. A mechanic in every game that I've ever played like that is that you have the ability at some point to sell what you do not need. Now, in the first 3 hours, I was supposed to say the first 4 hours of any game, though, because Protocol is supposed to only be a 10-hour game, 15-hour game if you're a completionist. I expected the first 2 hours to kind of be how I understood the game, but I realized that I quickly didn't like the fact that I couldn't very, very long walk my way to a different point to sell things. Now, it doesn't matter the game, it doesn't matter the game. Looter, shooter, horror survival, you always will have the ability to get rid of stuff, drop stuff, make decisions. That's how inventory management works with games like this. But I've never encountered a game where it locked the ability to sell things. And in doing so, I had my inventory fill up and I couldn't get anything else. And that mentality from the first section after they introduced the selling thing rubbed me the wrong way, because I felt that what I put my money into wasn't being beneficial. And once I decided to make the choice to get rid of what I currently had because the previous section gave me too much, it overall screwed me, because it led me to a section where I felt that I was forced to take damage and do something, and there wasn't a way to avoid certain things with the game's core mechanics and how it introduced things to me. I just felt that in that moment, my enjoyment and ability to like push forward in the game went down considerably. And when I hit this section where I just died 2 or 3 times, just took unnecessary damage, and then like had to start like robotically remembering I need to go here, kill, I need to go here, avoid this, hit this, shoot that thing, walk forward, wait for this other thing, go around this corner, shoot that thing. I instantly started to become less and less invested in what I was doing, more because of the fact that I couldn't get anything else and I felt screwed over from the previous section with selling things. And also because I just didn't feel like I was having fun trying to progress or learn the system. And I just stopped playing it. Like 100%, I stopped playing it. I uninstalled it. And then I put it in on playlist. I like literally with the whole thing. I transferred it to YouTube. I put it in its own playlist called Not a Fun Experience. And like I've never been so noticeably upset from an outward perspective that even I was like, I'm mad about this. And as someone who plays a lot of hard games, it's insane to me that like this was the thing that made me go, fuck this. Because I've played so many horror games and I've been in so many closed loops and played so many games where like even when like autosaving fucks me over, I've never not persevered. This game though, special. But a good thing happened this week. I got Elden Ring. I have waited so long to play Elden Ring. I couldn't play Elden Ring because of life and my lack of an Xbox and life. But I finally was able to get Elden Ring. I have it. And I've been playing a lot of it. I don't know how far I'm in the game. I'm trying to do a Dex Arcane build. It's going kind of okay. Maybe it'll get better once I get different weapons. But I currently am enjoying where I am going with the game, and I'm enjoying every second of it. And that is the highs and lows of my week. Now, I also want to talk about next week. I need to figure out what I want to do, because I am now worried that my video not working is a time thing. I'm going to try to go through this successfully. Next week, I have a small plan. Not a big plan, a small plan. My plan is that I want to work on trying to understand thumbnails. Now, as someone who's made thumbnails before and understands like how making pictures work and everything, I want to make thumbnails because I need something in life that I can improve upon. Things aren't going great for me. No one cares with me. But like things aren't going super great for me at the moment. So I need something that I actually can improve upon. And I think that making thumbnails will be the thing. Now, obviously, I need to figure out camera placement and lighting situations, how I want to frame these videos. But I am trying to take one step at a time. This video is currently going to be late because even though I made the video, then I spent like 10, 20, 30 minutes trying to find it, trying to reallocate it out, like trying to make everything work. This is late because it vanished. Like I made the whole video and I don't know what happened to it. So I obviously need to work on improving what I currently have, and I want to do one little thing with that, and I think that little thing will be thumbnails. I want to make a full playlist for Elden Ring, and I want to make thumbnails for it. I want to make I want to have every episode. I want to have every everything of Elden Ring have a thumbnail. I want to have my own personal thumbnail, and I want to have an AI generated thumbnail, because whenever you make a video on YouTube and you put it into the thing, it all generates 3 thumbnails based on what it thinks is a good thing. And I think that's what I'm going to use for it. That's what I've used for the past, whenever I use YouTube now and my other channel before. But yeah, I want to do that one thing, because in the mental strife of my life, the problems that I have, I'm trying very, very desperately to find things that are within my control to improve upon. This is an endorsement, but if you at some point watch my Elden Ring videos, they're kind of long. I think the first 3 were 4 hours, but the third one was 7 hours. And I did a 4-hour stream, and I did another one. I would have done longer if it didn't crash on me. But I have plans, and my plans usually crumble. So trying to work on something that I can improve upon and make better is something that I've always strived to do, because it makes me happier to know that I can improve on something. Truth be told, it's like one of the few things I feel in my life that I can do to, like, I've always explained it as not drowning, but in my attempts to not drown in my own emotions, I need things to improve upon. And currently, with life, with everything being how it is, playing Elden Ring, progressing Elden Ring, making my Dex arcane build that I'm kind of screwing up in the work, has been one of the cooler things that has happened in my life, and I want to try to improve upon this thing. So next week, it is my big goal next week to try to get the first video, because it's technically somewhere, but I want to get a thumbnail put out, and I want to do a thing, and I want to put make a title with a thumbnail and put words on the thumbnail for the first thing of Elden Ring. That is my big plan for the week. I can't tell you what good plans are, but besides that, I have other problems, and I'm trying to focus on the good. So that's what I want to do this week. The rest of the week is going to be me trying to get through Elden Ring, because my current plan with this Elden Ring thing is I want to try to play it every day for 3 to 4 hours. Is that insane? A little bit. But with my insomnia and me being sick up and down, having the ability to focus on a thing, not have my family's talking, arguments, and problems going through my head, and just focusing on using the Xbox and watching this thing and trying to navigate the world, kill things, overcome, and accomplish things, is currently my stabilizing factor. If that's sad, you don't understand my life. But that is my plan for next week. Pick my Elden Ring, making a thumbnail. And yeah, that's my plan. Well, that's my entire plan for the entire week. Of course, as I said, I'm trying my best to work on an outro. It's hard because since Friday night when I got Elden Ring until this night when I played Elden Ring, it's kind of been what I've been thinking about, but I've been slowly looking into other things and testing other things out. So this is my new outro idea. And yes, Gentry of the Void. Before I release you from this summons, I hope that my current problems in life were entertaining, And I hope that when we speak again, that I will have conveyed something and made progress to know that this report was meaningful. Until we speak again. Ta.